The Philosophy of Niccolo Machiavelli. The Philosophical Treatise of Machiavelli. The Philosophy of Niccolo Machiavelli. The Analysis of the Prince. Niccolo Machiavelli, a Renaissance political philosopher, is one of the most influential figures in the history of political thought. His work, especially The Prince, has been the subject of extensive analysis and debate for centuries. Machiavelli's ideas challenge conventional notions of morality and ethics in governance, presenting a pragmatic, sometimes ruthless approach to political leadership. This treatise delves into Machiavelli's philosophy, focusing on the prince and its implications for political theory and practice. The historical context. To understand Machiavelli's philosophy, it is essential to consider the historical and political context of his life. Born in Florence 1469, Machiavelli lived during a tumultuous period in Italian history. Italy was not a unified country, but a collection of city states and territories often embroiled in conflict. Florence, his hometown, was a republic that frequently faced threats from external powers and internal factions. His career in the Florentine Republic exposed him to the intricacies of politics and governance. He served as a diplomat, witnessing firsthand the power struggles and machinations of various rulers. The Medici family's rise and fall, the invasion of Italy by foreign powers, and the constant shifting of alliances profoundly influenced his views on power and leadership. The Prince, an overview. The Prince is arguably Machiavelli's most famous work, written in 1513 and dedicated to Lorenzo de' Medici. It is a guide for rulers on how to acquire and maintain political power. The book is divided into 26 chapters, each addressing different aspects of ruling and providing advice on various matters from military strategy to handling subjects and allies. Machiavelli's central thesis in The Prince is that the ends justify the means. He argues that a successful ruler must be willing to act immorally when necessary to achieve and maintain power. This pragmatic approach, often referred to as Machiavellianism, has sparked polarization, controversy, and criticism, and debate over the ethical implications of his ideas. Virtue and fortune. Two key concepts in Machiavelli's philosophy are virtue and fortune. Virtue refers to the qualities and abilities of a ruler, including wisdom, strength, and cunning. It encompasses these traits that enable a prince to shape his destiny and exert control over his environment. Fortune, on the other hand, represents luck or fortune, forces beyond the control of any individual that can influence events and outcomes. He contends that while fortune plays a significant role in human affairs, a skilled ruler with virtue can mitigate its impact. He likens fortune to a river that, while it may flood and cause destruction, can be controlled and redirected with proper preparation and effort. Thus, a successful prince must possess virtue to navigate and manipulate fortune effectively. The qualities of a prince. In The Prince, Machiavelli outlines various qualities that a ruler should possess. These include prudence. A prince must be prudent, capable of making sound judgments and decisions. Prudence involves understanding the nature of political power and the best ways to wield it. Number two, courage. Courage is essential for a prince to confront challenges and threats. It emphasizes the importance of boldness and decisiveness in leadership. Number three, cunning. Cunning or shrewdness is necessary for a prince to outmaneuver rivals and adversaries. Machiavelli often praises rulers who use deceit and manipulation to achieve their goals. Mercy and cruelty. Machiavelli advises that a prince should know when to be merciful and when to be cruel. While mercy can win loyalty and support, cruelty can be a tool to maintain order and deter rebellion. Number 5. Generosity and parsimony. A prince must balance generosity and parsimony. Excessive generosity can deplete resources and create expectations, while parsimony can lead to resentment. Machiavelli suggests being generous with others' resources and parsimonious with one's own. The role of ethics in politics. One of the most controversial aspects of Machiavelli's philosophy is his apparent disregard for conventional morality. In The Prince, he argues that the actions of a ruler cannot be judged by the same ethical standards as those of ordinary individuals. Instead, the primary criterion for evaluating a prince's actions is their effectiveness in achieving political stability and power. Machiavelli's separation of politics from ethics has led to accusations of cynicism and amorality. However, some scholars argue that his views are more complex. Machiavelli does not dismiss morality entirely, but rather contends that the harsh realities of political life often necessitate actions that may be deemed immoral by conventional standards. He acknowledges that rulers must sometimes engage in deceit, betrayal, and violence to protect their state and subjects. The Prince and Republicanism. While The Prince is often seen as a manual for autocratic rulers, Machiavelli's broader political philosophy also includes elements of republicanism. In his other major work, Discourses on Livy, he extols the virtues of republican government and the active participation of citizens in political life. Machiavelli believed that republics, with their systems of checks and balances, were more stable and resilient than principalities. This apparent contradiction between The Prince and Discourses of Livy has puzzled scholars. Some interpret The Prince as a satirical work intended to expose the flaws of autocratic rule and promote republican ideals indirectly. Others see it as a practical guide for rulers in times of crisis, while Discourses on Livy represents Machiavelli's true philosophical stance. Machiavelli's influence. Machiavelli's influence on political thought is profound and far reaching. His ideas have shaped the development of modern political science and realpolitik. The practice of politics based on practical considerations rather than ideological principles. Leaders and thinkers from various backgrounds have drawn on Machiavellian concepts to understand and navigate the complexities of power. In the centuries following its publication, The Prince has been both condemned and praised. Critics have labeled him as a teacher of evil, while admirers have hailed him as a realist who provides valuable insights into the nature of political power. His work has inspired a diverse range of interpretations, from the ruthless tactics of despots to the strategic acumen of successful statesmen. The legacy of Machiavelli. His legacy is multifaceted and enduring. His work continues to be studied and debated in academic circles, and his ideas remain relevant in contemporary political discourse. The Prince challenges readers to confront the complexities and moral ambiguities of leadership, prompting ongoing reflection on the nature of power and governance. In popular culture, his name has become synonymous with cunning and manipulation. The term Machiavellian is often used to describe individuals who employ deceitful and ruthless tactics to achieve their goals. This reputation of ruthlessness, while rooted in Machiavelli's writings, simplifies and distorts the nuances of his philosophy. The analysis of The Prince. To gain a deeper understanding of Machiavelli's philosophy, it is essential to analyze specific themes and passages in The Prince. This section examines some of the most significant aspects of the work, providing insights into Machiavelli's ideas and their implications for political leadership. The acquisition and maintenance of power. A central theme in The Prince is the acquisition and maintenance of power. Machiavelli provides a detailed advice on how a prince can gain control of a state and retain it in the face of various challenges. He distinguishes between different types of principalities, including hereditary states, newly acquired territories, and mixed principalities, each requiring different strategies for governance. Machiavelli emphasizes the importance of adaptability and flexibility in a ruler. A successful prince must be able to respond to changing circumstances and adopt different approaches as needed. This pragmatic mindset encapsulated in his famous assertion that the ends justify the means. For Machiavelli, the ultimate goal of political stability and security justifies the use of any necessary methods, even those considered immoral. The role of military force. Military force plays a crucial role in Machiavelli's political philosophy. He argues that a prince must have a strong and loyal military to defend the state and enforce the rule. Machiavelli advises rulers to prioritize the development of their armed forces and to rely on their own troops rather than mercenaries or auxiliary forces, which he views as unreliable and dangerous. In The Prince, Machiavelli provides practical advice on military strategy and organization. He stresses the importance of discipline, training, and the effective use of resources. A well prepared and capable military is essential for a prince to project power, deter adversaries, and maintain internal order. The use of deception and manipulation. Deception and manipulation are recurring themes in The Prince. He argues that a ruler must be willing to use deceit and cunning to achieve and maintain power. He praises historical figures who have successfully employed these tactics, such as Caesar Borgia and Ferdinand of Aragon. Machiavelli's endorsement of deceit and deception raises ethical questions about the nature of political leadership. He contends that a prince cannot always act in accordance with traditional moral principles and must be prepared to lie, cheat, betray when necessary, and also manipulate. This pragmatic approach to politics reflects Machiavelli's belief that the harsh realities of power often require action that conflict with conventional morality. The relationship with subjects. The relationship with subjects The relationship between a prince and his subjects is another important theme in The Prince. He advises rulers to cultivate the support and loyalty of their subjects while also maintaining control and authority. He discusses the balance between fear and love, arguing that it is safer for a prince to be feared than loved, but ideally he should be both. He acknowledges that a ruler's actions can have a profound impact on the well being and attitudes of the populace. He advises princes to avoid actions that would lead to widespread hatred or resentment, as these can undermine their rule. Instead, a prince should strive to be respected and, when necessary, feared, using both rewards and punishments to maintain order and loyalty. The importance of reputation. Reputation is a critical factor in Machiavelli's political philosophy. He argues that a prince's reputation can enhance his power and influence, making it easier to achieve his goals. A ruler must carefully manage his image, projecting strength, wisdom, and competence to both allies and adversaries. He advises princes to avoid actions that could damage their reputation, such as displays of weakness or indecisiveness. He emphasizes the importance of appearing virtuous even when engaging in deceitful or ruthless behavior. By maintaining a positive public image, a prince can build trust and credibility, essential assets in the pursuit of power. Conclusion. Niccolo Machiavelli's philosophy, as presented in The Prince, offers a pragmatic and often controversial perspective on political leadership. His ideas challenge conventional notions of morality and ethics, advocating for a ruthless, results oriented approach to governance. His emphasis on virtue, the effective use of military force, and strategic management of reputation and relationships has had a lasting impact on political thought. While The Prince has been both praised and condemned, its enduring relevance attests to the complexity and depth of Machiavelli's insights. His work continues to provoke debate and reflection on the nature of power, the responsibilities of leadership, and the ethical dilemmas inherent in political life. Though through The Prince, Machiavelli invites readers to confront the harsh realities of governance and consider the difficult choices that leaders must make to achieve stability, glory, and success. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, comment, and share, and also like. Bye.